Good afternoon, everyone. This is Katie, the Yoga and Heart Yogi, and I'm here to offer to you a very gentle restorative practice. If you can and have access to, please have a bolster handy. Otherwise, even a nice firm pillow that's longer will do the job, or stack a few pillows together. You can get really creative and even roll up a blanket, just trying to allow yourself to create a shape that's going to be a little bit longer than the length of your spine. We're going to get started on our backs. So drawing your hips to the edge of your bolster, pillows, whatever you have handy, bringing it to the base of the tailbone. From here, you're going to walk your hands back and start to gently guide yourself over top of your bolster. Your palms will come face up, and if you can, take the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open up. If that feels like too much on your knees, you have the option of taking blocks under the knees here or propping pillows under your knees. Otherwise, simply plant the feet down, knock the knees slightly inward, and palms face up. Close your eyes and breathe. Bring awareness to all the sensations you're experiencing in your body. Present for your thoughts. Knowing that every shape that I offer to you is simply an option, and that you can serve yourself by allowing the choices to be supportive of your body. Slowing down the breath intentionally, and seeing as you slow down your breath, if you can really allow that heart space to open, maybe guide the shoulders closer together, really feeling an expansive energy start to move through the chest. Make sure that your head and neck are feeling supported, and lean in. Sensation of gravity supporting you. Can you release through your spine, release into the hips, soften through your belly. Can you give your body in this space the gift of ease? There's nowhere else to be but here, right now. Using your breath to arrive into each moment. Start to create space between your thoughts and your breath. Giving breath the front row seat. Thoughts start to fade away into background noise. Soften the forehead. Soften the heart space. Let it feel heavy. Feel an unhooking and releasing through the belly and the spine. Feel an opening in the pelvis as the knees release further. Take your hands to the outer thighs, and on an in-breath, gently guide the knees into center. your feet until they touch the edges of your mat, and then draw the toes slightly inward. From here, just knock the knees together, and palms can relax back beside your body. Notice the change in your body. Notice any changes in your breath. Be present to your experience. Good. Start to draw the elbows back down. Use your forearms and palms to start to edge you up higher in the chest. Be gentle with your neck. Don't try to lift the head and neck just yet. Press into the palms until the torso rises up, and allow the head to start to gaze forward. We're going to take that bolster or whatever props you're using off to the edge of the mat and scoot your hips back. Lengthen the legs out nice and long. From here, sweep the arms out and up. Keep your gaze forward. And exhale, shrug the shoulders down. Inhale, send energy into the finger bones and the toes, everything energized. And on an exhale, start to reach forward. Get nice and gentle in the spine here. Place your palms down. Try not to fold. We just allow ourselves to come into gentle sensation in the hips. Notice where tension might be arising. Maybe it's in the shoulders. Can you soften your shoulders? Move your head and neck around. Can you keep your heart space open, long through the spine? Walk your hands wherever it feels okay for you. Just linger here for a few breaths, feeling the release through the hamstrings. And starting to hinge the hips a little bit further forward. We're not going to come into a full forward fold. We're just going to allow ourselves to feel gentle sensations and stay there. Close your eyes if they're not already, and just notice where in your body you're holding tightness. Use your breath to discover how you respond. Good. Slowly come back up to your seated position. Walk your left heel towards the hip. Stay nice and tall through the torso, and use your hands on your shins as a guide here. We're going to lift up through the chest. Notice how I'm keeping flexion in my toes. You can actually feel a lift through the calf muscle because there's so much energy pressing forward. So really a lot of engagement here as we're lifting our chest and sending that energy through the right heel, and try to soften everything. Take your right hand, it's going to hook to the outer left knee, and let's sweep our left arm back. Send your gaze with the hand unless you feel tightness in your neck. Stay tall through the spine. When you're ready, plant that palm down and keep opening up the shoulders. Send the gaze over the shoulder. This right hand is helping me, allowing me to turn a little deeper. If you're feeling really loose and open, you can bend the right elbow, hook it to that outer left knee, and use it as a guide here. Long, deep breath. Flexion is still in my right foot. Both of my hands are active. I'm not dumping weight into my left arm. I'm liberating my chest upward. There's a lot of space in my torso. The twist is coming from the ribs. Good. Just a few more breaths here. Finding the space where you're feeling enough. Not entering into a space of struggle. If you notice yourself getting to a space where you're just struggling, that's your cue to back off a few steps. Be kind. Self-care over self-sacrifice. As we prepare to unwind, start to unhook this right arm. Take it back to the knee. We move slow. On an exhale, release, start to twist, come back forward, nice and open through the spine. Let's just do a quick counter twist. So take that right arm back behind you. You can hook that left elbow to the inner knee. Send your gaze to wherever feels natural in your body. Good. Come back through center. From here, we're going to cross that left ankle over. Take a breath in, guide the heart up. Good. Nice and settling into the sitting bones. Just notice how that feels in your left hip. Then gently unhook, lengthen out, sweep the arms up again. Nice tall reach through the spine. Try to keep the heart moving forward. And exhale, draw your hands to heart. Close your eyes, just a few breaths here. Good. Slowly start to bend the right knee. Draw the heel towards the hip. And again, we're going to start off nice and slow. So we're using our hands in the right shin to pull our heart up, nice long through the spine, and flexion through that left foot. Notice the toes are reaching to the sky, and I'm really activated through my left thigh bone. The heel is stretching nice and long. I'm nice and tall. Lots of room to breathe here. Good. I'm going to take this left hand to the outer right knee and start to sweep this right arm back. Send the gaze to the hand. Stay tall through the spine. When you're ready, plant the palm down. Nice long spine. Open up the shoulder. Take the twist as deep as feels comfortable in your body. We're grounding down through both sitting bones still. Really feeling connected. Make sure that left foot still has the flexion. If you want more, you're going to sweep that left arm up and hook the elbow to the outer right knee. Maybe that takes your twist a little deeper. Long, deep breath here. Showing up into your body. Notice what feels good to you and what you can back away from. More breaths here. Good. On an exhale, start to send your gaze and your torso back forward. Take the hands to the right shin. Lift up again. We're going to release send that left palm back and maybe hook that right elbow to the inner right knee. Little counter twist here. Back through center on an exhale. We're going to cross the right foot over. Keep the knee lifting up and gently guide yourself into that right hip. Add simple movements that feel good and opening to you. Good. From here, stretch the right leg out. Sweep the arms up. Hinge from the hips. Start to reach a little bit further forward. Keep the flexion in the feet. Long, deep breath here. Notice if you started to round and you're reaching for your feet. I want you to stay lifted in the torso. Think about opening the heart and reaching the heart forward. Here's where we're going to grab some props. Take a bolster or blankets onto the thighs. Lift the earth closer to your chest. We're going to reach far forward, and when you're ready, bowing down, relaxing the forehead, release. Take tension out of the shoulders, the head, the neck. You can turn your gaze to one side or the other, and soften through the hips, soften through the spine. Listening to your breath, notice where in your body you're still holding on. Do you need more support? Do you need an extra pillow? Do you need to bring the earth higher? So showing up for you. Relax the forehead. Soften your shoulders. long, slow, deep belly breaths. Fill up all the way to the belly. And exhale, release. Just a few more breaths here. Start to roll bone by bone up to your seated position on an inhale. Remove your bolster off to the edge of your mat and pause here. Sweep your arms up to the sky again. And exhale, draw the thumbs back to heart. From here, we're going to cross our legs, sit up nice and tall. There's a few options from here to get ourselves onto our belly. So the first option, just reaching forward, coming onto the knees and walking your legs back into a tabletop position. We start to lower all the way down. For those of you that want to come on over to the hip, from your cross-legged position, sitting here, just draw one foot off to the side. Same thing, come to the knees first. Rocking forward on the knees and lowering down. Be really mindful of your spine. From here, we're going to take our arms out to a T. Make sure you have lots of space on either side of you. Turn your gaze to the left, which means you land on your right cheek. Relax here. Soften through the spine. Allow the weight to enter into the torso, into the hips. Relax the heels out. Allow the shoulders to soften down. Breathe slow. Now zipping your thighs together, we're going to keep them nice and connected and start to draw the left palm right beside your heart. We're creating a little kickstand. The right arm is still out to a T because where we're going is starting to open up the inner right shoulder. The thighs are zipped together. We're going to press into the left hand and roll onto the outer hip. From here, keep that hand pulling towards you as support, and also have that bolster behind you if you want something to lean into. Starting to feel that pressure opening up through the right shoulder. If you want a little bit more, you're going to lift your top leg, bend the knee towards the sky, and plant the foot behind you. Take a few breaths here because this does add intensity. Trying to keep that knee sending towards the sky, but really soften and relax through your bottom leg. Relax your head. There's no work in the head and neck here. Really allowing the opening to permeate through the right shoulder. You might even feel some release move down through the bicep. If it feels like too much, if you've entered into pinching, that's your cue to back away. You're going to roll back forward. Otherwise, if you want a little bit more, sweep your arm to the sky, pivot the hand back, and start to bend the elbow, simply softening the hand down behind you. Relax the top shoulder open from here and really start to lean in. If the body's feeling really juicy, really open here, you can also start to bend your bottom foot, plant both feet, walk the feet together, long deep breath here. So choose the option that allows you to feel what you need to feel and space to lean in. Again, cueing yourself. Do I feel like I've entered into struggle? For me today, this feels like a little bit too much. Having this bottom leg extended feels much better for me to really lean into the stretch. Just one more full breath in and full breath out. Coming out of it how we came into it. Take your top arm lifted up and turn the palm face towards you. Take the palm back down beside the heart. From here, lengthen your top leg over the bottom leg and let's start to smooth out, rolling off the right shoulder. This is going to feel like a lot of sensation. So move slow as you come off the right shoulder. Pause in center, but turn your gaze to the left. Keep the arms extended for a few breaths. Relaxing through the heart space, relaxing through the hips. When you're ready, making sure the left arm is extended this time, start to slide that right hand towards you. Keep the thighs zipped together, and we're going to start to rotate onto the other side. Pause here. So deciding for yourself how this feels. Again, always option to back away. Otherwise, for a few breaths, just leaning into the first option. Notice how your body responded. Breathe. Adding on from here, if you want a little bit more. Start to lift the top leg, bend the knee towards the sky, and place the foot behind the bottom leg. Drop the heel down. This adds more intensity into this slight extended twist through the torso. So you're going to feel more in the left shoulder now. From here, if you need more, if you're feeling like that extension of the arm will help you, reach the right arm up, turn the palm face behind you, bend the elbow, and relax the hand down. And soften in. You're feeling really open, option to plant that second foot down, walk the feet together, sink into the twist. And again, trying it on, option to back away. For me, it's the same on this side. This is enough for me today. So showing up for your body, knowing what's enough, knowing where to back off, giving yourself time and space to listen. To your body's inner wisdom, giving it time. Notice anything you're noticing. Lean into the experience of being your own witness. Start to straighten the arm. If you took it overhead, return the palm facing to the right. Bend the elbow, drop the hand. Lengthen your top leg out. Start to smooth back onto your belly. Nice and slow. Turn the cheek opposite direction. Pause here, resting. Good. Separate the feet slightly. Start to slide your hands beside your low rib. Then press up. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Find a Sphinx pose from here. If this feels like too much in your spine, option is to walk the hands further forward. Flatten the palms down, but if you can, have the elbows underneath the shoulders. For some of you, there's going to feel like you're collapsing into the front of your body. Notice the slight shift here. I need to press energy into my elbows to lift out of my shoulders. So I'm longer through my spine. My gaze is forward, long deep breath, and I can even press into the tops of my feet. See how the ankles slightly lift? Soften through the glutes. Soften through the thighs. Open the heart space. For those of you wanting a little bit more and your lumbar spine feels really good and open, ground into the hands. Really make sure you widen the space of your finger bones. Press down through the tops of your feet. You're going to soften your belly to straighten your arms. Keep a micro bend in the elbows. They don't need to be straight. Keep the gaze forward, not up. Soft through the belly. Releasing energy down. Smooth breath. One more big inhale here. And on the exhale, lower the elbows down. Walk the hands back beside the low rib cage. Keep the elbows pulling together. And just for one inhale, pull the elbows closer, hover the hands 1 inch off the floor, then press the hands down. Press up into your tabletop position, and let's walk until our knees are under our hips and our hands are under our shoulders. Lengthen your spine nice and long. So you want to feel energy pressing through the tailbone and shining through the crown of your head, which means your gaze is center of your mat between your thumbs. Rotating the eyes or the soft tissue of your elbows forward so we feel like we're wrapping our biceps forward. Press into the heels of the hands. Long, smooth breath here. Good. On an inhale, start to soften your belly, soften your chest, send your gaze forward, find cow pose. And on your exhale, let's round the spine, arch as high as you can, open up the back body. Inhale, unravel, open up, cow pose. Good, exhale, round your spine, press the earth away. Good, from here, let's find a neutral spine. Soften back, walk your hands towards your knees and relax for just a few breaths. An option here, bring the knees closer together if that feels comfortable for you. If it doesn't feel comfortable, skip it. If you can, walk your hands back behind you and we're going to gently pull the knees up just 2 inches off the floor. What we're doing here is stretching the tops of our feet. Long, deep breath. For some of this can feel really intense. So hold space. If you feel shaking arise in your body, then just notice where it's arising from. Give yourself time and opportunity to be with that space. Good. Gently release the knees down. Walk the hands forward. Come into your tabletop position. Take the knees apart. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, around the spine. This time, really release the head and neck. Stay here. Tent your finger bones or maybe even use blocks. Give yourself a little bit more space. Narrow the gap between your hands and your knees and really arch the back of the spine. From here, send your gaze forward. Tuck the toes under and walk your hands to your knees. Coming into toes pose. You can keep the space between your knees here. More intensity is walking the knees together. Long, deep breath, releasing energy through the backs of our heels. This feels like a lot for most of us. So focusing on your breath, close your eyes. Try to notice where you can release tension and see if you can actually sink back towards the heels a little bit more. Notice how you arrive to chaos. Notice that every breath you notice, you gain the opportunity to have choice. If your automatic response is to back away and run from sensation, I'm offering you the opportunity here and now to surrender into it. Soften the shoulders. Release the jaw. Smooth out the breath. If you want more, thumbs come to the heart. Sink a little deeper. Inhale. On the exhale, slowly come off. Reach for the earth. And we're going to send the toes towards the sky. Send your gaze down long through the spine. And allow the blood to flow back in naturally. Good. From here, cross your ankles. This is an option. We're going onto our back. Same as earlier in the practice, you can come over to one side and flip onto your back or come over the heels and then scoot yourself center of your mat. As you arrive halfway down, take your hands, slide them behind your knees and get nice and round in your spine. Walk the tippy toes towards your hips and then when you're ready, smoothly allow that concave spine to roll onto the earth. And soften the knees towards the chest. If you want a little bit more, keep the knees and feet together and a gentle rock and roll on a rounded spine to your degree. Avoid the upper neck. So this is just the space between the shoulder blades and the hips. Long, deep breath. Good. And then finding center, relaxing the feet down, soften the hands down. Send the legs out nice and long. Take one hand to heart and one hand to belly. Open up through the chest here. Close your eyes. Just take a few moments to settle into your natural breath. Allow yourself time to feel what you're feeling. Think about all the experiences, the movements, the thoughts, the feelings. Allow yourself to revel in your own practice here. Feeling the connection of your hands to your heart. Feeling the connection of your hands to your belly, the fullness of breath as it reaches the base of the belly. Open up the heart space a little bit more. And from here, release the palms face up alongside your body. Relax through the forehead. Release tension on the breath. Close the eyes if they're not already. And find yourself in Shavasana, final resting pose. I invite you to stay here for the next 10 to 15 minutes and allow yourself ease and surrender. We give ourselves time. We give ourselves rest.